Let's see. Testing.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Talking regular. Talking louder. Talking smaller.
Talking like a robot.
Talking closer. All right. Okay. So it's officially recording. How's your week, dude?
Week was good.
What'd you do this week?
I worked all week.
Anything fun happen? Anything cool?
No, it was a slow week because of the holiday.
Oh yeah. Happy 2020. Yeah. Congratulations, 2020. You made it. One more year that you didn't die. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing? We're in 2020. Hopefully everyone has a good year. Hopefully everyone follows their resolution. Hopefully I'll get my ass to the gym at one point. You got any
haircut, shave? You got to do all that.
I'm living
2020.
Yeah, I'm living the caveman style. What you got? Any
resolutions?
Yeah, resolutions.
I do not because I don't work.
Okay. That's cool.
You have any?
Just to drink less sugary drinks. I say as I'm drinking my Coke.
So when are you starting? Tomorrow?
No, I mean I'm just decreasing the amount of sugary drinks.
When are you leaving on your vacation?
I'm going on the 16th. I'm gonna go to Colorado. I'm gonna go skiing. It'll be my first time skiing. Never been skiing before. Never even seen snow actually.
I was about to say, have you seen snow?
Never seen it. Have you?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Yeah, it's snow.
Is it like dirt but just white?
Pretty much. That shit hurt. Yeah, pretty much because the snowballs. It's not like in the movies where it's all fluffy.
Oh, does it actually hurt?
It hurts.
Oh, that's
it hurts. It's like a rock.
That's fucked up. No, but yeah. So I'm gonna go skiing, which it's kind of expensive to go skiing when you think about all the stuff you have to do.
Because you bought all your stuff. You had to buy all your gear.
I'm gonna get all that stuff this weekend.
So you can rent it. I'm pretty sure you can rent it.
Oh, okay. So the skiing equipment, I'm gonna rent when we get to the mountain. The personal stuff I have to use, like the layering, the clothes, I'm gonna probably buy this weekend. Yeah, and then I gotta get the ski lift pass for the day. Dude, guess how much that is? $150.
Just to take you up there.
Just to be able to ride on the mountain for a day.
Damn.
Yeah, apparently.
Where are you going?
I think it's called Winter Park.
Colorado?
Yeah, I've never heard of Winter Park. I don't even know Colorado. All I know is that
it should kind of be like a theme park.
I don't know. Like I literally don't know.
I mean, I don't know. You gotta see. Maybe that 150 is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know. I'm also looking at it like that.
From down here, it's not. Yeah. When you're up there, you might be like, you know what?
No, yeah, that's a good way. That's a really good way of looking at it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go skiing and I'm gonna do that thing that I learned in South Park where you gotta make French fries and pizzas. Did you ever see a South Park episode where they go ski? It's like
I thought you were gonna say like yellow snow and brown snow.
I mean that too. Yeah, watch out for yellow snow. But yeah, no, there's a South Park episode where they try and teach you how to ski and they say, well, you got to put your feet like French fries and then like pizzas. So you make a triangle and then like French fries. You can't see it right now, but me and Jesse, we're moving our hands like idiots. Straight in triangle. But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I also played some video games. I was mostly playing Apex Legends, which is that game that you deleted. You told me you deleted. Waited around trying to play.
I lied when I told you that because I wanted to continue playing best.
Waited for 4 hours trying to play it. Turns out it's not deleted.
Then I was like, hey bro, it's your turn. It's not there.
But no, yeah, I've been playing that. That game, it's really hard to get victories. So I was really happy that like I was playing it earlier this week and I got 4 wins, which I was really happy.
When I was at your house last time, I was playing online.
Yeah, the one where it was a little bit cartoony, not Metal Gear.
Yeah,
the shooting one. Yeah, that. It's really hard to get victories in that game, so I was really happy I was able to get
I didn't like it.
4 victories. But dude, I got 4 victories. I don't care what you like. I got 4 fucking victories. How many victories have you gotten on fucking PES online?
I got my first one today.
Oh, okay. How long have you been playing that? Hours.
No. But online, ranking with other players.
Yeah. I
only played like 4 games.
Okay.
Because I'm still doing like building on my team.
Okay. All right, when are you gonna get what's this called? What's the dude that always falls down? Neymar.
Yeah.
When are you gonna get him on your team?
I might not.
When are you gonna start falling down in front of everybody?
You could actually do that on the game. You could throw yourself.
That's so stupid.
But it's part of the game.
That's the only thing I don't like about soccer. The fact that like players fall them on purpose all the time.
But that could be any sport.
Yeah, that can be any sport, but you see it a lot in soccer. You see it. There are compilations on YouTube of people just like getting tapped and going like, "I eat my army, brazo no puedo caminar."
You would know that.
No, I've seen him. Fucking Neymar, whatever the hell his name is, he's the worst. I know there's other people worse than him, but he's pretty bad.
No, he's probably the top.
Yeah, I mean he's a really good player. Just falls like a little bitch most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been good. So I watched this new show. Well, not new show, but show I haven't seen in a while. It's called Nathan for You. I gotta show it to you later. It's one of the goofiest shows I've ever seen, but it's so stupid. It's so funny.
It's on Netflix.
It's not Netflix. It's on Hulu. I have a Hulu account. Once again, I'll show it to you later if we have time. But
no, I think I got one. We got Hulu.
So what it is, it's this one dude, and he goes to small businesses. And when Mario ever starts his restaurants, if this guy's still doing this, we'll try and get him to go there. But he goes into to small businesses, and he tries to come up with a really ridiculous marketing strategy to try and get them to have more business. So their most popular episode is called Dumb Starbucks.
So it's more like a show. It's not like a...
It's a show where he interacts with people that know they're being
filmed and everything.
They know they're being filmed. Okay. They don't know exactly what they're being filmed for.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, and it's funny because you'll see him get into like arguments and fights with his lawyer about what he can and can't do. And then he'll go with the business owners, and the business owners are most of the time like, I don't know if this is gonna work, dude.
Yeah, they're
so
pushing limits then.
Yeah. So I got two favorite episodes. My two favorite episodes are, one is called Dumb Starbucks. So this dude is trying to get more business to come into his coffee shop. He can't get more business to come to his coffee shop. It's called the Helio Cafe. Spoiler alert, it fucking closed, so you can't even go there anymore. Maybe that's why he needed advice. But with the Dumb Starbucks.
So it didn't work. His whole thing didn't work.
Well, it didn't work because the guy didn't want to. At one point, guy didn't want to.
I don't even want to watch the show anymore.
No. But it's gold. It's classic. And if anyone's listening to this, just check out the Dumb Starbucks episode. So what the guy does is that he tries to implement parody laws. So have you heard of parody before? Like, okay, so you've seen Scary Movie.
Yeah.
You know Scary Movie?
Yeah, they do a parody.
They make a parody of all the other horror movies.
Yeah.
And they can basically get a guy that looks like Scream because they're making fun of him. So you are legally protected from being sued
because it's a parody.
Because it's a parody, because it's being made fun of. So that's how have you ever seen, YouTube used to have like a crazy trend where they would just like, where a song would get released, like I'm Not Afraid from Eminem, and then like there was like a whole bunch of parodies of the song, and people would insert their own lyrics and make it sound kind of stupid. Or
they still do that.
Yeah, so those are parodies, and they're protected by parody law, which means you can do that. You can even use the same beat, as long as like if your intent is to make fun of the song, then you're fine. So as long as your intent is to make fun of it, you're good. Companies don't like this. A lot of companies don't like this. You can guess why? Because Disney doesn't like it when you get their fucking mouse and start making fun of it. Because I don't know, because like Disney has sued fucking little daycares for putting a picture of Mickey Mouse on the side.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with the mouse. No, they really don't. They will go after you. But they do have a legal obligation to do it, because when you have a trademarked IP, an intellectual property, you have to actually try to protect it. If you don't try to protect it, and then someone steals
what about you doing a parody?
So in a parody is different, because you got parody laws, which are real laws.
And they can't do it.
Yeah, no, because you're making fun of it. It's like, so it falls under fair use, and fair use is basically as long as.
But how much can you use from it?
That depends on what the intent. That's where it gets into the legal gray area of like what the intent of it is. If that makes sense.
So what about you making fun of the whole thing?
If you're making fun of the whole thing, I mean, there's movies like that. So there was Star Wars, which is a real movie. Star Wars Episode 4. And then there's another movie, I don't know if you heard of it, called Spaceballs, which makes fun of the whole movie of Star Wars. The whole movie of Star Wars, it gets made fun of in Spaceballs. All of it.
Really?
Yeah. The whole fucking Spaceballs is just...
I remember watching it a long time, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, so they like you can get away with it as long as you're doing it like in a way that, in a court of law, you can say that it was strictly made for parody. So back to Dumb Starbucks. What does that have to do with Starbucks? So dude runs a coffee shop.
You just went through it all.
Yeah. So dude runs a coffee shop, Helio's Cafe, and then there's like, okay, well you're competing against Starbucks. So we need to find a way to use Starbucks' logo and Starbucks' ingredients and Starbucks' cups. If you can get a hold of them, you can make yourself think that if you can get people to think that your cafe is a Starbucks, you'll get more business. So what they do is they put the Starbucks logo, and then right next to it in little words they put dumb. So instead of called Starbucks, it's called Dumb Starbucks. And the idea
it's called Dumb Starbucks.
Yeah, the actual store is called Dumb Starbucks. And if you want to look it up on your phone, it's real. Just look up Dumb Starbucks and it'll look up.
I can already see how
yeah.
real.
And it happened in like 2014 or 2013. But yeah.
Where's it at?
It was in LA.
It was?
Yeah, no, it was reported on the news stations. Like,
but it's closed or it's still there?
No, they had to close it because Starbucks was about to press legal.
I thought they couldn't though.
I mean, they couldn't.
Well, it's because they got the name.
They have the full name in there.
And the logo.
And the logo. They're using the exact same logo. It's not even a different logo. They
should have just moved it around or something.
I mean, I'm sure part of it they were playing up for the show because they were getting a whole bunch of news broadcasters to like talk to them. They were, and you'll see it on the show later. But because of parody laws, the guy thought he could get away with it because he was making fun of Starbucks. So instead of getting a venti iced macchiato, you would get a dumb venti iced macchiato. Instead of getting a blueberry muffin, you would get a dumb blueberry muffin. So like everything was dumb. Everything was.
I wonder if people do that when they go to Starbucks. They just start putting dumb in front of me.
I don't know. So what happened is that eventually Starbucks was looking into suing them because they're like they're using our logo, they're using our name, and based on the guy's intent, and that's the big thing is intent. With all this stuff is like you don't know what the intent is, and if you can in court prove the intent is like not honest, then
that is kind of a parody.
Yeah.
Of Starbucks.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop real quick to make sure it's recording. Yeah, that's good. I just had to check if it was recording. Yeah, we good. Yeah, so I was watching that. Yeah, that was Nathan For You. That was it's pretty funny. It's pretty out there. It's different than what I thought it was. Like it really is different than what I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, have you watched any good shows or anything yet?
What have I been watching?
Nothing. Fucking horses.
To be honest, since I got the PlayStation, I've been playing PES a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, one day you'll get an A&R and you'll start doing all that stuff. But okay. So you used to be a security guard, right?
Used to?
Yeah, or you are. Well, you used to enforce some part of the law.
Correct.
Okay. I know you used to. When I was growing up, I remember hearing you were a security guard because you're older than me. You were able to work and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. What was that like when you started? Like, what was it like walking around like Linwood and doing or wherever you went?
It was cool.
Yeah, like what?
It was cool just talking to people. PR it's all PR work. That's what we call it.
Just to make yourself look nice.
I mean, I used to do it for safety because the more I know people, and if something's happening to me, they're gonna be there to help me.
That's smart.
And it's happened before, so that's the way. That's the reason I do it. Not for anything else. And then it's easier when they're fucking up, just to be like, hey, bro, come on.
You chill. You can't be.
Yeah. Hey, bro, can't smoke. Can't do crack here, bro. Come on.
You can't be having sex here, man.
Hey, we have caught so many people having sex anywhere in that park.
Oh Jesus! Oh, anywhere. So it was at a park.
Yeah, the Linwood Park. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Linwood Park. So what were like some of the crazy things that like you found?
Found.
Like, well, not found, not found. Okay. Like that just saw. Like where you had to call the police and be like, oh, this is serious.
This guy was overdosing.
Really?
In the restroom.
On what? Were you guys even able to find out?
No.
Just something.
What was it?
Well, I
can't remember what it was. Okay. But yeah, I found him just laying down in the restroom.
That's crazy.
And it looked like he was throwing up or some shit.
Oh, did he have like the white foam?
Yeah, all that shit in his mouth.
That's crazy.
So I ended up just calling 911.
What did the cops do when they got there? They're just like, oh, let's just take him out.
They I think they gave him a shot or something, and then he was able to wake up. Mm-hmm. So they put him in the ambulance and they just took him. But just like seeing that, it was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't get paid enough.
Well, we had when I used to be a lifeguard because that was like the first major job that I had. Yeah, we had one time a little kid actually like drowned, and they had to do CPR on like he was like I think he was like 2 or 3 years old. Like he was small.
How do you even do it though? Like,
You have to do it with your fingers.
with your fingers. Huh?
Yeah, you have to do it with your fingers. You can't do it with like you can't do a full palm. You have to use fingers. And so like yeah, like whenever what people don't know is that when you're doing CPR on somebody and they do come back to life, they do throw up. Usually,
Yeah, the water.
Yeah, like it all comes. Most of it will come back out. Some of it might be in their lungs. Some might go to the stomach. But the other thing too is that
have you ever done it while you're working?
CPR. I don't think so. I don't think so. I've saved people before. I don't think it's ever led to CPR.
They were drowning. And...
Yeah, because CPR it's almost like it's the last thing you would do in case something happens. Because there's different things that you can do. So let's say you're saving somebody, and if you get them before they drown, you're good. You just get them back to the side. You're just like, hey, don't be stupid.
Yeah, but I know people like they'll freak out underwater.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah,
that makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like when I was doing swim lessons, sometimes I would teach the special needs children, and there was this one girl who didn't speak English, and she just kind of like grunted, like her.
Where'd you learn how to swim?
So I worked for the company I worked for, which I don't want to say the name. They
because you started here in California, right?
No, over there, everything over there in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you started here, like.
Mm-mm. I was looking into it, but like nothing too serious. Like I was like, oh,
there's no beaches in Texas though.
There's a lot of pools. There's a lot of pools. So so the company I was working for, I took their lifeguard class and I did it without knowing how to swim, which was a really bad idea. I really don't recommend you be a lifeguard unless like you take some lessons.
I think you have to.
Well, I mean, they clearly didn't care.
Wait. No, because in Linwood, they asked me if I wanted to be a lifeguard, and I told them I don't know how to swim, and they were like, "That's cool."
But can you walk?
We don't need you to swim.
Can you walk to the edge of the pool?
Can you yell? Like,
yeah, no, that's funny. So yeah, it was a little bit like that. We're like, oh, well, that's okay. And I think they thought that maybe they would teach me how to swim by the time the class was over. The class was like, it was like a week long, and we had to do writing. We had to learn about CPR, first aid, AED, O2, and then you have to learn how to actually be a lifeguard. Scanning. You have to learn stuff like weather patterns.
Just to know if it's gonna rain.
Yeah, how to talk to people. Like, because if it was lightning, then you'd have to close down the pool. How to talk to people. How to do all these like little things that you probably wouldn't think about when you're at an actual pool. How to discipline people, discipline children.
You were like, I signed up just to jump in the water and save somebody. What's all this?
No, yeah. The saving part is probably the least of what you actually do. Like, you don't do that much saving if you actually like think about it. Well, anyway, so we do all that, and then I almost drowned my teacher actually, because I didn't know how to swim. So they would make you tread water for 2 minutes. And so, do you know what treading water is? Have you ever heard the word treading?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's basically when you move your feet kind of in a pattern, so
like
that
you
can
circle.
You could do it in a circle. There's a couple different patterns you can do. You could also move your hands, and the idea is that you would keep your head afloat. So that's how people stay afloat in deep water. It's just called treading, and I didn't know how to do that. So I would just be like almost drowning and just like trying to keep my head up and just moving around.
It's because you're thinking about it like, I gotta turn my feet.
It's a little bit of that. It's also that
I don't know how to do it.
I mean, it's if you are natural, you're fine. But it's also the fact that I just wasn't comfortable in the water, and that's a big thing. Can you be relaxed in the water? That's a big factor, and I just wasn't. And then we're trying to do this swimming, and I remember when they told me, it was like, oh, you gotta swim 500 meters, which is almost like 500 yards. So that was like, oh, man, that was like, I think like 10 laps in the pool. Cause
just back and forth.
No, it must have been 20 because it was 25 yards and then back. Yeah, I guess 10 laps.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth. And I remember when they said 2,500 meters, I was like, well, is that like from here to the end of the wall, or is that like from here to like the end of the block? What is 500 meters? And I didn't realize that it was 10 laps in the pool. like 20 pool lengths. So I tried doing it, couldn't really do it. They tried teaching us
That's
the
a lot of
treading,
laps, though.
couldn't really do it.
For a beginner?
It is, but this is also a job that you're supposed to go into already kind of knowing how to swim. So it's like one of those things where like it is and
Did you lie on your resume or
Huh? Did you what?
Did you lie on your resume
No.
or
No. Straight up no. They just really needed lifeguards. So
what kind of lifeguards were they looking for?
they're just looking for warm bodies.
That's what they were looking for. They were looking for bodies.
So we did that and that was fine. And what the funny thing was that well, not funny thing, but it was kind of fucked up. Was that so we
How'd you get that job though?
oh well, this is how I got the job. So we the instructor, we had to do what's called deep end backboarding.
No, but how'd you get to there?
Oh, I just applied. Just walked in. I was like, I need a job application.
Without knowing how to swim.
Yeah, it was
you
like,
just went in there and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be alive."
Yeah, I could have chose.
That's like saying, "I'm gonna go fly a plane right now." Like what?
I could have been front desk. I could have done the guy in the weight room that does nothing but just make sure people don't kill themselves. Could have done almost anything else.
The one thing you don't know what to do is swim.
Yeah. So we do that, and so we have to do what's called deep end backboarding. And so when you backboard someone, this is another one of those things that you wouldn't normally do.
Hurts.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt, but you can paralyze somebody for life if you do it wrong. Because let's say someone gets a spinal injury in the pool. Let's say they dive into shallow water, which is why you're not supposed to dive into shallow water. You hurt your head, and you're underwater, and you drown. You are a very critical state. So we have to do what's called deep end backboarding. So during regular backboarding, you approach the person very slowly. You don't want to create waves because you don't want to paralyze them. Because if you move their spine too much, it could paralyze them for life. So you get their arms, you walk with them just very slowly, and then slowly spin them around so that their head's resting on your shoulder. And then you bring them to the side, and at the side, hopefully there should be another lifeguard that grabs them, and they stabilize them. And then what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to do a couple of things, and then you get the backboard, and you put it under them, and it makes them rise up. So when they get on there, then you're supposed to put some straps on, put head immobilizers. And then after that, you're supposed to go ahead and what is that noise?
The phone over there.
Oh, do me a favor and put it on silent. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put the head immobilizers on them, strap them down, and then after that, you're supposed to go ahead and give them to the other person. Make sure, well, I'm speeding through this, but basically make sure they're okay. Get them out of the water so that you can do whatever you need to on them. Whether it's CPR, AD, oxygen.
You know when people have an accident
What?
and you got to move people out the cars and stuff, you really can't do all that.
Yeah. I mean, but in the water, it is a little bit different. Like, for example, like if someone's having a seizure in the water, you're supposed to keep them in the water instead of taking them out of the pool.
I think it'll be easier for them in the water, though.
In the water, it's, yeah. So
I think it'll be easier.
You just
for
hold their
them.
head, and their body
Yeah.
kind of just does whatever it needs to.
I think that's probably the best spot you want to have one.
Yeah, because they're not gonna fall and hit themselves.
Yeah, and then in there you're not moving your arms and trying to hurt yourself or anything.
So
I mean, the only thing is that you can drown if nobody's around. But
yeah, absolutely. So that was just regular backboarding. It's a procedure that you should really be able to do in like, I think like, if I remember correctly, I think it's 4 minutes, because every time someone is drowning and someone drowns, and then whenever a minute goes by, they lose a 10% chance of coming back. So by the time, once you're over 4 minutes, you're at a 60% chance of getting this person to come back to life. If they if you can't get them to, if you can't do what you need to do. So you deep end backboarding is all of that, but in the deep end. So you're not touching the floor, you're not going up to them. You have to actually swim to them while your head is out of the water, get them to flip over, tread all the way back, and I didn't know how to tread. So we're trying to do all this, and then I was working at the time. I was with another lifeguard who didn't have that much experience, and she was really nervous about the whole thing too. So I was nervous, she was nervous, not a very good pair. So, and then because I don't know if they just didn't have enough staff, or maybe I think it was because of this, they did have to make
not say like one time, be like, "Hey, I don't know how to swim."
I've said it multiple times. And you
said, "Why?" You still jumped in there.
Yeah. So we're in the deep end. We're treading. But the person that's playing the victim is the instructor, the lifeguard instructor, which I don't think they're supposed to really do this anymore because of this little incident. I don't know if it was just this incident, but I remember after this incident, they said that they were no longer going to be doing this. So I'm doing this, I'm holding them, and then remember how I told you it's supposed to be done under 4 minutes?
Yeah.
This whole thing right now, by the time we get to the end of it, it's taking like 13 minutes long. And my legs are tired of because in the deep end, while everything's going on while the person's holding them, you're supposed to hold them in the deep end, keep them up, and then also be treading water. So it's like it requires you to be doing a lot of things. So as I'm doing this, the person that is as I'm doing this, the person that is holding them from the side of the wall,
the girl,
she gets really tired. She gets really tired, and she ends up dropping the person, and she probably gets tired because I've been in the water for too long, and she's been holding the board like this. So once again, the person's on the board. I have them strapped up. We're very close to finishing it.
Yeah, but did you have like communication with her? Like,
yeah, you have to communicate. So, and I was telling her,
she didn't say like, "Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna drop it."
Yeah. So then, I don't think she said that. I remember saying that like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. So, so the instructor is strapped onto the board. There's 4 straps. There's one on by your where Achilles heel. What is that called? The heel? Yeah, the heel. There's a strap
by the feet. There's straps by the legs.
So there's a strap by the heel, one by the thighs, one by the waist, and another one by the chest. And then their head is strapped on by a head immobilizer, and then that has a strap to secure it in place. So then the lady, the girl I'm working with, she drops it. So this person is now fully strapped to the board, and they can't move. And
going
now
down the water?
Going down into the deep end, into the 12-foot. And then I'm right there going I can't swim down all the way down there to go get her. So then there was this other dude that was that I think he went out to be like a model for Target, and he was in there, and he jumped into the pool to go all the way down and kind of like unstrap her and to get her out of there. But yeah, it was really scary, and I was just like, ooh, I think I'm gonna fail this class.
We killed the instructor. I think we're done. Yeah, hey, can we retake this?
Our instructor said we need to redo. So so yeah. So we do that, and then and what the crazy part is that they didn't fail me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really your fault. What about the girl?
I mean, it was both of our faults.
Well, I mean, yes, it was, but how come she didn't jump in to save him?
I mean, she was probably nervous too. I mean, I remember both of us kind of like, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Why didn't you go down there?
Because I couldn't swim down there. Like, I didn't know how to like really do any deep dive. I didn't know how to swim really. Like, because I took this stupid class without knowing how to swim. So anyway, yeah.
You guys dropped the instructor and looked at each other like, hey, I didn't see nothing.
So I remember the guy got in, he got her out. That's fine. And then eventually we test out. I do fine on the written part of the test, and then we just have to do the swimming part. But I'm doing good on the swimming part so far. I think it was like for the next 2 weeks they let me go to the YMCA almost every day, and then I go there and I practice swimming every day for like 2 weeks, and then by the end of it I can do my 500 meters, and that's what we call it, just 500. And then I was able to swim.
Oh, now you're a professional. Now you know what to call in. Now you know.
Yeah. And then I was able to swim, but yeah, it was a crazy experience. But yeah, so
you never thought about doing racing?
No, I don't like swimming, dude. It's like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like running and I don't like swimming, but it's not because it's not that I don't like.
I don't think no one likes running though.
I don't think it's because I don't like doing it. It's just, to me, I just get bored of it after a couple of minutes. Like I lose focus, and I'm just like, unless I'm listening to music.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, at least with racing, you know that you're racing. You're not just there swimming like.
No, yeah, but I mean, I just I just couldn't get like.
Well, I never even seen you in our pool.
Huh? Oh yeah, no, yeah, I haven't swum there. It's too cold. What is it right now?
But
It's
we
like
had a
50
pool party right before the winter.
It's 50 degrees. It was
So, I
still
mean,
cold.
yeah, right now.
No, no, but I know how to
We
swim.
go ice skating.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's all good. But so yeah, that was my first job, was lifeguarding, and I'm guessing yours was security.
Mine, no, I used to work at a warehouse before.
Really? Oh, that must have been
Auto
annoying.
parts.
I worked.
It was cool.
I worked at
everywhere I worked. It was cool.
Okay, I worked at an assembly line factory, and that shit sucked. I worked with a whole bunch of people that
So
didn't
you're just
speak.
like a machine. Just,
Yeah, I worked with a whole bunch of people that didn't speak English, just a whole bunch of them.
From the agency. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people. That's how they work.
Well, I didn't go to an agency. I just went straight over there and applied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. I thought being security was your first job, which is why I asked you about it.
No, it's been my longest one. But
Okay. Yeah. But do you ever get to use a gun on it? Like,
yeah, I've been using my gun since day one.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years.
That's crazy. Did you ever have to point at anybody?
No.
Yeah, that's good. You never want to be stuck in that position.
No, because I was cool with everybody.
Yeah. I mean, you always want to de-escalate things before they get there, right?
Yeah, that's why. That's our job, actually.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's just scary. I mean, I've been around a situation where a guy shot himself once. That was just that one situation. That was it.
And you were there?
Yeah.
And the guy shot himself?
Yeah, it was when I was living in the trailer.
Where did he get shot?
He shot himself in the neck. Accidentally. It really was an accident. He quote unquote found a gun.
But you were there when it happened, when all this happened.
Yeah. I just got done out of the shower.
Okay, so that happened.
I got out of the shower, and dude was straight up just
Your roommate?
It was it was so.
It was a girl?
No. I was renting a room from a girl, yeah, or a lady. She was like 50-something years old, and her son was over there, who at the time was 3 years older than me. So I believe I was like 24, and he was like 27. And he didn't do a lot of. He was like a troublemaker. Like he was like
How old was he?
He must have been like. He was 27. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, he was 27. Yeah, he was 27, and the dude, he brought over a friend. I remember they were looking at girls on Facebook, and then I remember getting home from work and like, hey, look at this. What do you think? This girl looks cool. And I look at the guy sitting on the futon, and he's just looking at his gun, going like, oh, hey, look, man, isn't this cool? I found it. I was like, oh, you found it, huh? Where'd you find it? He's like, oh, it was on the ground. Just, people just dropping guns. So this dude says he hasn't gotten it to work in like, I think it was like a week and a half, because he said that it needed to be cleaned. So he's been focusing on cleaning it and fixing it. And I guess he couldn't get it to work. So I go showering, and then I shower because I was gonna go to Starbucks, and then I'm in my room and I'm getting dressed, and then I hear a poof, and then I was just like, I open the door and sarcastically I just say, "Hey man, why don't you guys shoot yourselves?"
Fine.
Yeah, I just say that sarcastically, and then so the lady, I won't say her name, but I'll say her son's name, which was James. James and James's friend A, and James's friend B, who shot himself. So James and his friend A, they walk out, they run out the house, and all they say as they're running out the house is, "It wasn't on purpose." And I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? It wasn't on purpose. And then like I can start smelling some of the smoke, and some of the smoke's coming out of the room, because I didn't know that, but when a gun fires, sometimes smoke.
But the guy that lived there left.
Yeah, she left. Yeah, she wasn't there at the time. She might have been she probably went out with a boyfriend or something.
No, but I'm talking about the
son. Yeah,
the son.
Yeah, so he invited two friends over.
Yeah,
one of them shot themselves. The other one walked.
Yeah, but I'm saying he left his friend there.
Yeah, because they didn't know what to do. So they both ran out. One of them saying, "Oh, he didn't do it on purpose" or something like that. And then like I'm like slowly walking down this hallway past the bathroom, go to the second door on the right, which is the room where they were in. And the dude's just like convulsing, just like shaking, moving back and forth, and then like blood squirting out of his throat, like a little bit, almost like Kill Bill. Like, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
You know when people just like die in that movie and blood, like not as much, but it was like coming out like out of his throat, and I was like, holy shit! And then there was blood a little bit of blood on the wall.
It didn't freak you out?
Huh?
It didn't freak you out?
Fuck yeah! Because I remember I looked and I just like pulled my head out of the room. I was looking down the hallway, and then I looked again, just to make sure, it actually happened. No, it totally freaked me out, man.
What you end up doing?
I ran outside and I told the guys who
You ran outside too. It wasn't on purpose.
No, the dudes were running. The dudes were running in fucking circles in the front yard. I'm not kidding. They were literally running in circles. Like one of them was running around the tree, and then the other one was running around like the other part of the yard. They didn't know what to do, and it fucking pissed me off because this is their friend. I don't even know this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, apply pressure.
Yeah, yeah. So, I tell one of them, I was like, "Hey, man, you call the cops. You call his family," and then they both do that. And then I go over there, and then I'm calling. And then I try and clean up some of the blood real quick with a towel. And then I'm also trying to apply pressure around his throat. But then I'm just like, oh, you don't want to apply too much pressure because it's fucking airway. Because it's in his throat. Yeah, so he, like the dude is and he's big. Like he's big. Like he's like 6'2", 6'5" around there. And he must be over like 230 or something. Like he's a big dude. Like much bigger than I was at the time.
You talking about 27-year-olds and they don't know what to do if someone gets shot?
No, they're fucking stupid. They're like what? Think of
their best thing was to run out the house.
Yeah, like they're redneck. They were super redneck and they were fucking stupid. And I don't know how to like. Maybe some other time I'll get into how some of the dumb. Like one of the dumb decisions is that you can see I'm getting like flustered about this because it's fucking retarded. But and I hate to use that word retarded like that, but it's fucking retarded. But the dude he one time he went into his mom's room that was locked. James took her gun, and then left a note on the table that said, "Hey mom, I took your gun to go out with my friends. I'll bring it back later." And then like I came from work and I was like, "What the fuck? This is stupid."
You know what it is? I guess the way Texas people live, that's probably normal to them.
I don't think it's normal. I just think the dude was fucking stupid.
Because I mean, you did go over there from here.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, people definitely.
If you're from Texas, let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Shenangle's podcast, shenanglepodcast@gmail.com. Send us email. But yeah, the dude straight up didn't like this dude is the definition of like redneck stupid. Like in my mind, he's like his mom's like a little bit rednecky. Like she has a real southern accent, but she's normal. No problems with her really. Probably has a little bit too many boyfriends in my opinion. I think she was dating like 4 guys at once, but no problem with her. This dude, however, was a loser and an idiot. I remember I would have 2 jobs, and then I would bicycle 11 hours to get to one, and then like not 11 hours, 11 miles to get to one. I was about to
say, wait, hold up.
11 miles to get to one, and then I would have to bicycle like 2 more
11 miles.
Yeah.
What was that? How long did it take you?
It took me like an hour. In the morning, it took me like an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on traffic. And then I would have to bicycle. From there to another 3 miles to get to the company that I worked at, the pool company. So it would take me a while to get to work, and I was working 2 jobs, and I didn't have a car, and I was just bicycling everywhere. And the dude was like, "Oh, mom, I can't get a job because like I don't want to go to work with these Mexicans," or like I can't get a job because I don't have a car. Just stupid shit like that. Well, anyway, the guy shoots himself. James and his other friend, they're running in circles outside, and then I'm over here telling him to call the cops and whatever. As they're calling cops, I'm trying to clean up some of it, and I'm also trying to hold him down because he's like convulsing and like actually moving like all over the place. And I'm thinking, oh man, maybe they didn't call the cops. I should probably call the cops. So when I call the cops, tell them what's going on. They tell me that I should attempt to like do chest compressions. I don't know why they told me that. Maybe somebody knows. I don't know, because it wasn't like I was giving him breathing mouth to mouth. They just wanted me to give him chest compression. I don't know. Maybe they wanted his heart still pumping. I honestly have no idea. It could be that
they just wanted his heart to keep pumping.
Yeah, but there was a lot of blood coming out. Like I was afraid he was gonna die just from losing too much blood.
So he didn't die.
He didn't die. But it was dude. Did
you ever see him after that?
Yeah, once. Right, it was like a couple
was
days.
Was he normal?
No, his throat's fucked up. So like, I'm doing chest compression. But
can he talk or anything? Or
he talked a little. He had like a weird paper thing that was running like from his throat to I think like the top of his chest. I don't know if it was a wire, and then he had like a really like hollowed voice, like almost like he was talking in whispers.
Did you ever talk to him?
I mean, I saw the guy a couple of times before that, and I saw him there. It was just him, and I think his sister or his girlfriend. They're like, "Oh, I just want to say thank you," and I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, man. No problems." Like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, whatever, because
So if you weren't there, he probably would have died.
yeah, it could be, but
He would have died.
yeah, that could be possible, but it sucks because like I always get pissed off about this story because so like while I'm trying to do chest compressions or whatever, his friends coming in and out of the house and they're like they close the door, they're like, oh shit, they run back out, and then one comes, oh whatever, like they come in, they come out, they get freaked out about what's going on. I get it, I'm freaked out too, man. I'm totally freaked out. Never seen a dude shoot himself. Never knew people had this much blood. So James comes back in, and I'm like, James, I can't hold
So
him
you're
down.
all full of blood.
I have a lot of blood on my shirt. At the time, yeah, I did have a lot of blood on my shirt. And I was telling
Did you have a beard and all that back then?
no. I was
God,
like,
damn,
really
now
clean
I
cut.
would have been all
Yeah.
bloody. You would look like the wolf.
Yeah.
Just ate a body.
Yeah. So I'm talking to James, and I'm like, James, hey, I can't do this on my own. He's really strong because he's a big dude. I was like, I can't do these chest compressions because as I'm doing chest compressions, like he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know he just shot himself. So he's like he's convulsing and he's like moving, vibrating kind of. And he's also trying to grab onto stuff. So like while I'm doing chest compressions, he's almost like trying to grab onto my body, just trying to grab onto something. And I'm trying to like push him off. And then James comes in and I was like, hey dude, I need you to right now hold down his feet because I can't give him chest compressions. He's moving around too much. So James holds down his feet. And he's like, it's going to be okay, Bubba. It's going to be okay. I was like, they're coming over here. We're calling 911. They're coming over here. And then like 10 seconds later, and I'm doing chest compressions, James was like, oh, man, I can't do this, man. I can't watch him like this. And he just leaves out the room. Wow. I was like, I remember shouting, fuck. I was like shouting, fuck, like, fuck. And then going like, I remember immediately saying out loud to myself too, like, I don't even know you.
I don't even know you. Why am I saving your life? Like, what?
Yeah, I was so fucking pissed off about that. I was so pissed off about that. Shit gave me PTSD for a while too, because it's just like loud noises just kind of went like, what the fuck was that? And then the thing that eventually cops came, they took him out, and I was pissed because originally I wanted to leave to go to Starbucks, and it was already 7:00.
Oh yeah,
then,
take another shower.
Well, yeah, that too. But then on top of that, like,
what the cops say when they showed up? Like, hey.
No, they're just questioning everybody. They're just trying to get the whole story. And well, the crazy thing was that like, so they were questioning me, they're questioning everybody. I was fucking pissed though because I wanted to get 7:00. Starbucks closed at 10. I wanted to get to Starbucks. And then like police come,
forever.
ambulance comes, investigators come, and then they have to close off the whole area for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever. And then by the time we get back into the house, it's like 11:00 or something like that. Because and then the crazy thing, I'm surprised the dude even survived because they sent him to an emergency clinic, and then from the emergency clinic they couldn't do anything, so they sent him to the Woodlands Hospital. And then from the Woodlands Hospital, they didn't have exactly what they needed, so then they air choppered him out to Houston, which is from Houston to the Woodlands, it's like a 40 to 50 minute drive. So then they helicopter over all that, go to Houston, and then from Houston they lifeline him down, and they try and figure out what's wrong with him. They get him clearly in a stable condition or whatever. But here's the crazy thing. This is the part that actually does irritate me a little bit. Because, okay, so in California, you guys can get free healthcare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
I think so.
Yeah. So I know there's something called Medi-Cal where you can get free healthcare, but I think the trade-off is when you die, if you own property, you kind of have to give it to California.
I don't know.
That is one.
I didn't know that.
That's a real one. Yeah, one of our uncles has that.
Who? No, don't even say.
Yeah. I'll tell you after. But yeah, one of them does have that, and they're actually going to have to deal with that probably whenever their person dies. So anyway, so
if you get Medicare.
Medi-Cal. Not Medicare, Medi-Cal. Like Medi-California. Like, it's a special California plan. It's a real thing, though. Anyway, my brother has it, actually. My mom has it, too.
So they can come in and take all your property if they want?
Not all your property. The big thing they want is your house. That's the thing they really want more than anything. So anyway, but if you can't afford healthcare and you know you have cancer and you're going to die, I mean, it's a good trade-off. I mean, you're gonna die already.
Yeah, but if you have your whole family in your house,
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that's.
then what?
I mean,
I didn't know that thing was on there.
yeah, no. So, in Texas, you don't there is like subsidized healthcare, but it's
We
not.
have Obamacare.
Yeah, they don't even call it Obamacare because they don't like him Obama. They don't like Obama over there. They call
We
it
have Trump care.
No, they call it Affordable Care Act. A lot
The
of people
same one.
it is the Obamacare law. It's called, the actual name of it is the Affordable Care Act, but they just don't like calling it Obamacare. Anyway, so this is the crazy part. So think of how much this will cost. So the police getting there. You know, I know there's parts in California where if you have to call the police, if it's something ridiculous, like something that's not worth their time, sometimes they'll charge you, and you have to pay them. Like you have to pay the city for using the services. Yeah. If it's something ridiculous,
Yeah, we got on that note before in La Mirada.
Oh, that's crazy. Really?
Yes.
For what?
Too many parties in the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were like, if you guys have another party, we're charging the law enforcement.
That's crazy.
Fees
Yeah.
to you guys.
So that's something that can happen here. I don't know if it happens in all cities or different states, but in Texas, so think about it this way. So police gets called, ambulance gets called, investigators, an ambulance ride over there, minimum $500. I know it's a minimum $500. I don't know if it's
here. I think it's 1,000, bro. I could be wrong.
Well, this was also back then. This is 2014, so I don't know. 2013, 2014. So that's ambulance ride. Helicopter ride is probably much closer. I don't know how much. I don't even know. $10,000. Like, and then going from hospital to hospital, like that's gotta. I don't know how much a helicopter ride is, but it's gotta be expensive as fuck. And then on top of that, the emergency care that they have to do to make sure that this dude doesn't die. This dude didn't have a job.
And then all the drugs and everything's got to take for it. And
yeah, this dude didn't have a job. His parents are already struggling. Like, this dude doesn't have any insurance. Like, this is the part that bothers me a little bit, because to me, I look at it as just a waste of resources. You're saving someone
Who said a waste of resources?
Because, well, think about it. This dude was so stupid that he was going to kill himself. And you're saving this guy who's too stupid that he almost killed himself. You're trying to prevent his stupidity from killing himself. And in doing so, you probably waste, in terms of all that, I don't know, maybe like $100,000 in terms of law enforcement, ambulance, investigators.
Yeah, but that's why all them people are there for.
Yeah, but that's a lot of money, dude.
I thought you were gonna say, well, you know, he has to pay for some of that.
He probably is gonna have to pay for the
Yeah, he's gonna have to pay for some of that stuff.
But he's probably also not, because I don't know how he's gonna get a job with a hole in his throat.
And that's the whole thing. You can't.
Like, and then on top of that, if he doesn't pay it, then his parents are gonna have to pay it, and that's another thing too. Like, to me, I looked at that whole situation.
His bill's probably expensive. Like, he was probably over 100,000 easy.
Yeah, like, I mean, emergency care like that, getting lifeline, ambulance, car, like the whole, like, that is like what I took away from it, was that, like, this dude just costed two cities so many resources because he almost shot himself. And then, like,
those resources are put in place.
Yeah.
For anybody.
Yeah.
They're not thinking this guy's an idiot. I mean, they probably are, but you know, they're thinking I need to save his life more than anything.
Yeah.
And then they look at, okay, we did this, that for this fucking guy, but still.
Yeah. But I mean, even that shit bothers me a little bit, because I'm just like, dude, you literally wasted so many resources. Someone that could have actually been a little bit more hurt. Granted, he was hurt.
You saved his life. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but dude was fucking stupid.
How are you mad for saving his life?
Because he was stupid. There's something called natural selection, and like this, he definitely natural selected.
No,
himself.
because you made that decision right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna let someone die, but it's just
exactly. Well, who is?
That's true, but at the same time, these like safety measures that are put in place to save people from actual dangerous things have to get used for this idiot.
Well, I mean,
it's true though.
Yeah, but that's why they're there though.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the only thing I don't like. But yeah, when I saw him again, like, I don't know, it must have been like 2 weeks after or something, because I told the lady I was living with, I was like, you know, after this, I'm leaving. I didn't sign up for this. I don't want to be around your son. Don't want to be around his friends. I didn't sign up for any of this. And then I moved to Chinatown in Houston.
Chinatown.
Yeah, but But yeah, which wasn't much better because like my upstairs neighbor, their car got stolen, and then my next door neighbor got shot in his car because he tried to steal his car.
This feels like every roommate you had was crazy.
I do. I've lived in a different place almost every single year for like the last 10 years almost. Like it's that's why I get so tired of people. I'm just like like I feel like I've seen like how I said it before, but I feel like I've seen the full. I probably haven't because it's dumb to make what's it called, an umbrella statement. There we go. Like when you're like it's like to say all black people eat fried chicken or all Mexicans love tortillas. Mm-hmm. All Mexicans do love tortillas, but you probably shouldn't say it. But yeah, it's not good to say an umbrella statement, but I have seen like the best in people and sometimes the worst in people, and I'm just over it. Like I don't.
So you think you've seen it all?
No, I've just seen like the different kinds of person, like how far some different personalities will go. Like whether it's good people or bad.
You think
people.
you've seen all personality?
No. There's always gonna be someone that surprises you. Be 60 years old, be like, the fuck is this dude doing? Yeah. Why is he sniffing these donuts?
Why is he eating glue? You seen those shows on TV?
No.
I'm addicted to glue. And I'm like, what?
Oh no, that's fucking crazy. No, but yeah, there's no, like I said, I haven't seen it all, but I mean, you were a security guard, so you've probably seen like kind of the same kind of people that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, haven't you ever, like, when you were working, haven't you ever met with someone that was like, where you're like constantly going like, why the fuck are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
To be honest, myself. The first time I dabbed,
yeah,
I was so fucking high.
What's dabbed?
You don't know what a dab is?
No. Is it like, I know, I've seen the kids do the thing with their arm.
Not that kind of dab. Like with wax. What's a different way to smoke it?
Okay.
First time I hit that, I was so high. I was telling myself, "Why the fuck are you this high? Why the fuck do you need to be this high for?" Seriously, I just fucking had a conversation.
That's funny,
like that.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. Like it's just fuck, dude. Like living with people like you. Like living with people that's not family, just like how you see different.
Oh, so it's better. It's better now living with family.
No, it's not much better. Like you see the still crazy. It's just other stupid crazy.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's just very 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 different. But yeah, so like, what was the hardest person?
But maybe you should use that as you're learning a lot from like.
Well, that's why I know how to talk to people. That's why I know how to talk to people.
Maybe you should do something with that.
That's why I'm doing this. That's what we're podcasting. No, but like you've never had someone where like, what's the most aggressive dude you ran into before?
Aggressive. There's different kind of aggressive though.
What do you mean? Like the dude trying to start a fire in a dumpster?
Cause there's people like, let's fucking fight no matter what, and then there's people like that want to get killed.
What? What do you mean?
Kind of like, cause we used to deal with like a bunch of homeless people.
Yeah.
So they're kind of borderline. They don't care if they die.
Oh.
They kind of see it like I'm better off if I'm dead or someone else kills me.
That's trippy.
Yeah, because I ran into some people where like they would take out a knife and they'll be like, "I know you have a gun. Go ahead and use it. I don't care." It's like,
oh yeah, that's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary to find someone who's not afraid to die like that. I mean, that's why soldiers have such a hard time going up against like terror.
Well, I mean, that's why cops have a lot of hard time going to people and just talking to people because everyone's different.
Yeah. Well, it sucks being a cop too because like you don't know who's gonna lie to you. Like you go into your job thinking everyone's gonna lie to you.
You go through some kind of training to kind of tell like when people are lying, and I'm pretty sure you kind of had some experience when people are lying to you and you know they're lying to you because of the way they're acting.
Yeah, so people have like they call them little tells. Like it's like when you're playing poker and you know what someone does repeatedly when they're trying to either bluff or maybe every time they do this they'll touch their ear. Maybe every time they'll do this they'll blink a certain amount of times. Like people have tell signs. Yeah,
they do. Because I kind of knew when people were gonna fight. I knew when people were gonna do something. I mean, I don't know what it was, but I could see it. Them doing it before they did it.
Did you guys record the bum fights and then put them to sale on the internet? Because there's a whole bunch of bum fight videos.
No. It was mostly kids fighting. We didn't get too many bums.
Kids fighting is so stupid.
Sometimes we get like gang fights.
Those will scare me a little bit. Because you just don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Unpredictable people scare me. Unpredictable people probably scare me the most. Because I've met a couple before. And it's just people that you don't know what they're going to do. Like a good example is like my brother. Like I know I've talked about him multiple times. And one day I'll probably talk about it a lot more in depth. But yeah, like people that you don't know what they're going to do. Those people are probably the people that scare me the most. Because you just don't know. It's good to have someone that's predictable. Even, I don't know, think of someone you know in your life that's predictable. For better or worse, whether it's a good predictable or a bad predictable, like it gives you some kind of calm, knowing that you know what's going to happen. When you don't know what's going to happen all the time, that shit puts you on edge.
But that could be a good or bad thing.
I don't know. Why is it a good thing?
I mean, it could be a good thing because then you're on your toes.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
you're ready for whatever.
That's true. Like,
because I'd rather be like that than be all chill and then something happens. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what happened with the guy that shot himself. Where I was just like, oh, let's start doing stuff. Instead of the other two that literally ran out the fucking door.
Yeah, because you could have done the same thing. You could have just ran out too.
Yeah, could have just got on my bicycle and be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Gotta deal with this shit when I get back.
No, man. But yeah, the thing that irritated me the most about that night was when they put up the tape and I was like, hey man, before you guys put up that tape, I need to get my bike out of there. And they're like, oh no, you can't go in there anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah. I was like, that's a bummer. That's fine. And we've been recording for a bit. I think this is a pretty good episode right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, that one, was that easier than the first one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, see? You'll get better at this. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time. You got to figure out where you can, then naturally go from one thing to another. And yeah, eventually we'll get to other topics. And then whatever we don't touch, we could always say for another episode.
Yeah, that's what I was going to text you like, hey, we'll just, whatever we were going to talk about, we'll just talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel like we'll talk about it whenever it comes up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's how it should be. It's just, if you ever want to talk about something specific, just bring it up.
Bring it up somehow.
Well, not even somehow, just like straight up, just bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. But yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, because it would have been off. I mean, we could have talked about, because I want to talk about some prison shit.
We'll talk about it next time. Yeah. I mean, we still have the information.
Yeah, yeah.
If anything, we'll get newer information.
More information.
Yeah. No, but
I don't know if you want to look into it, about the prison shit.
Yeah, I'll look into it. Just put it on that, if you want, text me the link or put it on the Google Docs. I'll definitely look into that. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of for-profit prisons. Like, you know that show Orange is the New Black? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about that. It's for-profit prisons. It's how a prison turns to for-profit and how it fucks up with a whole bunch of the other stuff. It's all good. Stop telling me what to do. But anyway, if you guys want to follow me, at @ramavalos_YT on Twitter. It's the same thing on Instagram and iHeartGaming on YouTube. Do you want anyone to follow you anymore?
Stay woke, bitches.
Stay well. Also, hey, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please do me a favor and please give me give us some stars. Give us 5 stars.